Have you ever stood frozen in a moment of disrespect, your heart pounding, only to think of the perfect comeback 3 hours later when you were alone in your car? It is a frustrating feeling, isn't it? The feeling that you just handed your power over to someone else. But what if I told you that the most powerful reaction isn't a clever comeback, but something far more unsettling for your opponent? Welcome to INVICTUS X. Today, we aren't just learning how to survive disrespect, we're learning how to become untouchable. We live in a world that is obsessed with reaction. If someone tweets at us, we must tweet back. If a coworker makes a snide remark, we feel a biological urge to defend our honor. It is an exhausting cycle of noise where everyone is screaming, but no one is listening. The ancient Stoics, however, figured out a cheat code to human behavior 2,000 years ago. You cannot control the storm, but you can control the ship. In this deep dive, we're going to explore 5 specific Stoic attitudes to handle disrespect. But we're going to go further than just the theory. We're going to break down the psychology of why these work and apply them to the messy, complicated reality of modern life, from passive-aggressive family dinners to toxic workplace dynamics. By the end of this, you won't just have a list of tips, you will have a new operating system for your self-worth. 1. The silent stare, the mirror of arrogance. The video introduces the concept of the silent stare, and it is perhaps the most immediate tool in your arsenal. But let's look at why it works. When an aggressor insults you, they are essentially following a script. In their mind, the scene goes like this. Action: I insult you. Reaction: you get angry, sad, or defensive. Result: I feel powerful because I controlled your emotional state. When you utilize the silent stare, you burn the script. You are disrupting the algorithm of their social interaction. Imagine you are in a meeting. You are presenting an idea you've worked on for weeks. A colleague, let's call him Steve, interrupts you with a smirk. Well, that sounds like a waste of budget, doesn't it? The old you would stutter. No, actually, if you look at the charts, you are already losing. You're dancing to Steve's tune. Stop speaking. Completely. Turn your body toward him. Look him directly in the eyes. Keep your face neutral. No scowl, no smile. Just observation. Hold it for 3 to 4 seconds. In social dynamics, 4 seconds of silence feels like an eternity. In that silence, Steve's smirk will falter. The room will feel the weight of his rudeness, not your inadequacy. You are holding up a mirror to his arrogance. By refusing to catch the ball of chaos he threw, you let it drop at his feet. You then simply continue your presentation as if he never spoke. This isn't just a tactic, it is a declaration of status.
2. The power of silence. Mastery over noise. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, famously said that silence is a great response to many insults. But in the modern age, we often mistake silence for weakness or submission. We fear that if we don't clap back, we admit defeat. The truth is precisely the opposite. The person who speaks the most is often the one with the most anxiety. The person who feels the need to fill every gap is the one seeking validation. In modern psychology, there is a method called gray rocking, often used to deal with narcissists. The idea is to become as uninteresting and unresponsive as a gray rock. The Stoics were the original gray rockers. Consider a family gathering where an intrusive aunt asks, "So, still no promotion? Your cousin just made manager." An emotional response gives her fuel. It opens a debate about your career choices. Instead, try the Stoic silence combined with a non-committal acknowledgement. A simple nod or a calm, "I'm happy with my path," followed by silence. You are not avoiding the conflict, you are starving it. Conflict requires 2 participants. If you refuse to pick up the rope, There is no tug of war. The awkwardness that follows belongs to them, not you. As noted in Insights from Glass, framing events correctly is key to reducing negative emotions. By framing silence as a tool of mastery rather than submission, you protect your peace.
3. Stop explaining. The trap of JADE. One of the most profound points raised is the danger of over-explaining. We have a habit of offering up our reasons as if we are on trial. Why didn't you come to the party? Oh, I'm so sorry. My car was making a noise and I was really tired and I had this report due. Stop. Breathe. There is a concept in assertiveness training called JADE. Justify, argue, defend, explain. When you do these things unprompted, you are signaling to the other person that they have authority over you. You are asking for their permission to exist. Epictetus taught that if you want to be invincible, you must stop fighting for things that do not depend on you, including the opinions of others. Next time someone questions a personal decision, try the period method. Give your reason and put a period at the end. Why are you quitting that job? Because it no longer aligns with my goals. No sorry, no rambling explanation. If they push, you simply repeat, I've already answered that. This requires courage. It feels uncomfortable at first because we are conditioned to be people pleasers. But realize this, people respect those who respect their own boundaries. If you treat your time and choices as valuable, others will eventually follow suit. 4. Keep your distance, the sanitation of the soul. Protect your soul from what makes it coarse, wrote Marcus Aurelius. This is perhaps the hardest pill to swallow. We often cling to relationships, old friends, toxic family members, draining partners, out of a sense of loyalty or history. But let's use a metaphor here. If you were building a high-performance athlete's body, would you eat garbage every day just because the person serving it was your friend from high school? No, you would watch your intake. Your mind is no different. If you surround yourself with people who belittle you, interrupt you, or disrespect you, your mind becomes coarse. You become defensive, cynical, and anxious. Distance is not an act of cruelty, it is an act of sanitation. You don't need a dramatic breakup text or a shouting match. Stoic distance is subtle. It's answering the phone less often. It's sharing less emotional vulnerability. It's declining invites without guilt. I recall a time in my own life when I had a friend who turned every conversation into a competition. If I had a headache, he had a tumor. If I had a bad day, he had a bad year. For years, I engaged, trying to be a good friend. When I finally applied this Stoic principle and stepped back, I didn't feel lonely, I felt lighter. The friendship didn't end with a bang, it just withered because I stopped watering the weeds. 5. Keep your head high, the physiology of respect. Finally, we arrive at the physical manifestation of Stoicism. The video mentions keeping your head high, but let's dig into the science of why this matters. There is a feedback loop between your body and your brain. When you slump, look down, and cross your arms, your brain produces cortisol, the stress hormone. You signal to yourself that you are under threat. Conversely, when you expose your chest, lift your chin, and make eye contact, you are hacking your biology. You are telling your nervous system, I am safe. I am in charge. Tomorrow, when you walk into a room where you feel intimidated, I want you to try this. 1. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. 2. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. 3. Slow down your movements. Anxious people move fast. Confident people move with intention. When you address disrespect from this physical stance, I don't appreciate that tone, it lands differently. It lands with weight. You aren't just saying you have self-respect, You are embodying it.
The hardest part of this Stoic journey is accepting that the other person might not change. You can stare silently, you can set boundaries, you can hold your head high, and they might still be rude. They might still gossip. They might still try to cut you down, and that is okay. The goal of INVICTUS X isn't to control the world, it is to master yourself. When their disrespect no longer spikes your heart rate, you have won. When their insults bounce off your invisible armor without leaving a scratch, you are free. Disrespect is a gift. It is a training ground. Every rude person is a personal trainer for your character, giving you reps to build your patience, your dignity, and your self-control. I want you to pick one of these methods to try this week. Maybe it's the silent stare at a pushy salesperson. Maybe it's cutting out the JADE explanations with your parents. Maybe it's just walking taller. Whatever it is, I want to hear about it. Share your commitment in the comments below. Let's build a community of people who refuse to be rattled by the noise of the world. Remember, you are the captain of your soul. Do not let anyone else take the wheel. Stay strong, stay stoic. This is INVICTUS X.